Love prospects for Virgo Sun sign Lagna Ascendant. The seventh house in any horoscope tells the story of relationships. The strength of the seventh house, and its lord gives an accurate assessment of how happy a person would be in his relationships with the opposite sex and also marriage. In the case of Virgo rising, the seventh house is owned by Jupiter, who also owns the fourth house. The fourth pertains to happiness, mother, vehicles and home. This dual ownership of Jupiter indicates that Virgo-born prefer to have a life partner who is a home builder and makes efforts to make it a warm, cozy and happy place. Jupiter however owns two Kendra houses and so suffers from Kendra Adipatya dosh. He becomes a Badkesh and the Markesh. What it simply means is that he becomes a malefic planet. For best results in marriage, Jupiter should occupy the seventh house, the second best position being the fourth. Jupiter in exaltation in the 11th house is good for material purposes but bad for marriage. For sure the partner will be wealthy and influential, but marital happiness takes a hit. Should Venus occupy the 7th house, the personality will be magnetic and life partner very attractive. It would also give a huge amount of wealth as Venus gives the results of the 2nd house. Such a person will be very fortunate and spiritual as well. For Virgo women, the placement, strength and tendency of Jupiter becomes of paramount importance. This is so because besides owning houses of happiness and marriage, Jupiter also becomes the karak or significator of marriage. Any malefic association, aspect or influence on Jupiter will tell heavily on the health of husband as well as male children. Jupiter should also be far away from 12th Lord Sun. For men, Venus becomes the karak of marriage. If well placed, she will bestow physical and sexual happiness. Venus placed in the 2nd or 7th house will prove highly beneficial. A strong Venus also gives a long life to the spouse as he owns the 8th from the 2nd house. Saturn becomes the lord of the 5th and 6th houses. He therefore loses much of his beneficence as the lord of the 5th house. For children to be healthy and prosperous, Saturn should not be combust, or placed in his niche sign in birth or Navamsa chart. Saturn would give satisfactory results in both the 5th and 6th houses. Propitiation of Jupiter, Saturn and Venus will give excellent results. It must be remembered that the actual placement will greatly alter the results of relationships and marriage. This is a theoretical assessment which will help in assessment of married life.